the sea. By the end of the war, Iraq had lost over.
All right, I'm going to do this video here to show you some of the guns that I have. Let me turn the TV down here. All right, this here is my AK-47. It's an SLR 95. They aren't allowed into the country anymore, thanks to Bill Clinton. But it's a milled receiver. You can tell by that it's a milled receiver. So this is a much better design than being stamped. I paid $300 for it in 1995. I could get $1,200 for it now, partly because you can't get them anymore. And of all the AKs, this is like one of the best versions they ever had. Obviously, it's semi-automatic, and I probably have a few thousand rounds through it. I have 6 of these ready to go. The only drawback is you can't do much with it as far as putting lights on it or a decent scope. The scope would go up on top here, but this is where all the action is, and it just vibrates too much. And within like a couple of shots, the scope is just so off. It was a waste of money doing that. The sights here are good enough. This is the Mossberg 500 I have for the house. These shells here, hopefully you can see, that on top is a 0.65 inch ball, and then inside are 6 smaller balls. They're like the size of a pea. Yeah, pea. So it's fairly devastating. I shot at a few pumpkins. There wasn't much left. It does kick like hell, but there's a lot of firepower in here. So I have this side saddle here. There's 5, and then I keep 4 inside. But whatever happens, it'll be over in 1 or 2 shots, so I really don't need 9 bullets. It's just nice to have the side saddle. This collapses. So there's 6 positions. The sling is, well, I'm stuck with it. I'm just going to take it off because it really serves no purpose. I went to the gun store and they couldn't find me a proper sling, so that's what I was stuck with. And then there's a light here. That's the only problem. This light is about shot. I need to get another one, because you should be able to just turn it and it'll turn on. But yeah, like that. I've had this light for so long that I think the gears in here, or the things in here, are starting to get stripped. But just turn it on like that, or you can push that and it should stay on. Yeah, see, this light shot. I need another one. Let's see here. As far as my pistols, this is a Springfield XD. Obviously in 45, it's the only thing I'll ever carry. This I've had maybe like 5 years or so. Very, very accurate. No problems with it whatsoever. Springfield XD. Made in Croatia, of all places. Go figure. But I've had absolutely no problems with it. This, let's see here, FNH. FN, they make the SCAR, the M240, M249, the gun that the Fort Hood shooter used, with the 5.7x28. They've been around for well over 100 years. It's a Belgian company, but they know what they're doing when it comes to making guns. Again, it's a 45, the only thing I'll carry. This was expensive, but it was well worth it. Well worth it. I have a few other pistols, but they're single action guns. My dad had left me when he had died. Here goes my World War II guns. I have 2 of everything. So this is a Mosin Nagant Model 44. It's a carbine. And the nice thing about this is it has a bayonet attached, and all you have to do is that, and the bayonet's ready to go. Just pull up on it. Bayonet's ready to go. I have 2 of these. There was $100 each. It only holds 5 rounds. This one's from 1946. The other one's from 1944. This was made in Russia. This was made in 1938. Again, in Russia. It holds 5 rounds. This is a model 9130. It doesn't have the bayonet attached, but it did come with the bayonet that you can put on. This is a full-size rifle. This model 44 is the carbine. So I have 2 of these. This one was like $100. I mean, you can't beat it. I mean, $100 for a 70-some-year-old gun, and at 50 yards, it's incredibly accurate. At 100, kind of pushing it. The barrel's 70 years old, so I can't really complain with the accuracy that I get at like 50 to 75 yards. And then this is a German 8mm Mauser. As you can see, it's a little bit shorter than the Russian, but it's a little bit bigger than the Russian carbine. This one was made in oh, maybe you can see it, 1943. I think this is the one that was made by Sig Sauer and Sons, or Sig Sauer and Sons. In Germany, it holds 5 rounds. And up here is where the bayonet goes. The bayonet actually fits on this one. The bayonet does not fit on that one. Again, this one is good up to about 50 yards, 75 at the most. Anything more than that, again, it's a 70-some-year-old barrel. The barrel's seen better days. But I like shooting them all. So I just wanted to show you the guns that I have. I have a few others, but just stuff my dad left me. So I think that's about it for this video. I do want to get a SCAR, but before I get a SCAR, I need to get a job. Because the problem with the AK is the accuracy just is not there, plus you can't really do all that much with it as far as lights, putting a scope on it. But the accuracy is so much better with the AR. But this is a good enough gun to lay down a heavy field of fire. So I have no complaints. I've had people at the gun club that would much rather shoot my AK than for them to shoot their own AR. And I'm not exaggerating. I thought that was kind of funny, that they would much rather shoot my AK. But like I said, I could get $1,200 for it, but I'm never going to sell this. There's absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. So, I guess that's about it for this gun video.